Hello and welcome to the 15th? 16th?
16th!
16th episode of the WCGA podcast.
It's our
This
Swick
week we got a
16.
great show for you. Let me finish my intro. We got a great show for you today. We're going to be talking about moon phases, power crystals, and Botox. Before we get to that, Lang, where can we find you?
Hi, I'm Lang. Find me at your local airport, either playing on my little Winnie or eating cat food, as Dan likes to call it.
Oh, yeah. He does
I
like cat food.
love those. It's those little pizza pretzel pack combos. I freaking love those.
No, it's actual
Anyways,
cat food.
For realsies, though, Skyfire Riser on Instagram and Discord. A little bit of dabble with Blue Sky, a little bit of dabble with the West Coast. Gunpla Alliance, Instagram. Come check me out. I'm Lang.
Ian, where can we find you?
Happy Sweet 16, boys. You can find me at Cantus_Prime on Instagram.
I think we kind of found... It's pretty... Uh-oh.
I am Danzer Dragoon. You can find me at Danzer Dragoon, also known as Danzer Dragoon, on the WCGA Discord, digging around in the deep crevices of the sweet, sweet nectar that we produce, and on Instagram, producing high-quality videos for your viewing pleasure. This week is brought to you by a new sponsor.
Yar, mateys, we're about to take on the salty seas. Are you tired of terrorists? Come with me, Captain Greybeard III, where we go onto the seas, going past all of the tariffs. Come with me, we'll get any item you need.
Eyeliner, dog pens, new belts.
Oh, that's my first captain, Captain Cantus Ian. He's not really big on the swashbuckling side, but we'll take a voyage with me, Captain Redbeard. Come with us for terrific anti-terror voyages.
Wow.
Can't wait. When do I set sail?
It's really that's really exciting times we're living in right now. New sponsor, super cool, very exciting. And Lang, where do you find these people?
Dude, they find me.
Oh, they're reaching out to us.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I just put a really, really big billboard, down in LA right next to all the lawyer billboards because they were going out of style. And the billboard companies just wanted something new. So I put one there.
Okay.
I put one in Arkansas. And I put one in Maine. Those three.
Okay. So let's get things kicking off here. What did we pick up last week? I didn't receive anything. I bought a lot of stuff, but it's in the mail. So one of these podcasts coming up, I'm gonna be dropping some bombs. What about you, Ian? Pick up anything this week?
Did I? My buy e-order came in.
Oh,
I got a couple Zoids. I got Spino Snapper,
Nice.
which is one that I originally had when I was little, so I'm glad to have this one back. And I will not break it this time. And then another old wish list Zoid, I got Chimera Dragon from the
Heavens?
Blocks line.
Oh, that's rad.
It's made up of like 4 different smaller Zoids.
Yeah. It looks like...
Oh, it's a combiner.
Yeah, like
there's
Dramon and a Zoid had a baby.
Uh-huh. There's a dragon with a giant head, some weird fish thing with a gun, a big turtle ogre, and then some dragon with stag beetle pinchers.
Do they have?
I'll make a dragon.
Was that a pretty penny? Because that was cool.
Oh, I think it was like maybe 50 or 60 on Buy.
Oh,
that's not bad.
And then for us, I picked up an old Walmart value pack of Zoids.
That's wild.
Split up here.
I get the hammerhead because we all love sharks.
Yeah, we were streaming one night, and then it just came up that there's a hammerhead shark, and Lang's like, I need that. And then this is the only one we could find on eBay.
Well, one of two. The other one was ridiculous.
Yeah, the most decently priced one, but we had to pick up more Zoids to go with it. So I grabbed a rhino. Our friend Jonathan's going to take this variegator. And then Dan has a beetle. Psychurtus.
The beetle.
Yeah.
So that not, that's a really cool pack, but also the person kept it in the value pack thing.
Yeah.
So
Which I didn't even know.
when I get mine from you, I'll just take the bags of bits and I'll build it on a Monday night, and then because we probably want to keep that thing together. Somebody's gonna want that display, right?
Oh,
I'm good.
silver.
Silver. That's true.
Yeah, she might like it. Lang, you pick up anything?
I picked up a few things. First off, I got the last Camphor Amazing off of Gundam Planet, I believe.
Mm.
I got the last one, so I got snagged that for MSRP. I got
Nice.
a shout out to the awesome seller in Southern California that hooked me up. I love this. This is my favorite. Yeah, I think it's my favorite iteration of the Wing Gundam. Finis Renascista. I always get it wrong. Renista. Master grade. That gorgeous boy.
Wait, what is it? It starts with an F, right?
It's the Italian Wing Gundam.
I like it a lot. I got a Iron Toys. These guys are starting to creep up on my radar more and more. Iron Toys Star Destroyer. This is the amazing Exia third party kit. I'm really excited and kind of. Usually I don't go for all white kits, but that one's pretty cool.
Did they not make a white and blue one?
It's mostly white. This one.
That's interesting.
And then last but not least, I've been hunting for this for a decent price, and may the eBay guys that didn't take my offers rot on the salty seas, because I finally snagged. You can't see it, but it's a black box. It is the Supernova Death Scythe. I got one. Same seller he sold it for $80.
So you have them all
unreal.
now.
I have I have the full wing set. So I'm a happy boy.
Did Supernova do that with any other series?
Zoid. They did some
They
did some Ligers, which are very hard to find too.
I bet.
Yeah.
Are they good? Do they look cool?
Oh, they look extremely cool. They're the remember the ones that was in one of our streams, Masume or something like that, with giant blades.
Yeah.
They did some of those.
Oh, I might have to start hunting then, because that's one of my favorite looking kits.
Yeah, they did a couple of those.
I don't have one yet, but it would be cool to check out the Supernova and compare them.
Oh, pokey. They are the sharpest, and they hurt. Don't put these around kids.
What?
They're super pokey and sharp plastic, so super detailed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got this week. Was I the last one?
What are you?
Oh, Ian.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I didn't get anything. Yeah, it's in the mail.
It's en route.
It's en route. Yeah. What are you working on though?
I'm toning down. I'm focusing on 2 setups specifically. The HG Zogak I've painted quite a bit. I'm doing some masking. I'll probably do a little bit of masking today on that and get a few more coats on it, and then I'm going to assemble it and get that ready for a Fampla freebie. And then I was starting to disassemble. I have a GN arm set, and I'm going to put it with an O Gundam. And I'm excited because I had an idea in mind, and then Zaku Actual and Shockwave were starting to throw out color schemes, and one of them really clicked. And there's a competition going on. Who put it on? I want to say shout out Laced Up Gunpla. Did do a Gunpla in your favorite anime scheme. Yeah. And I think I'm going to jump on that. Just kind of, if I get it done, great. If I don't, not a big deal. I'm still going to do it anyways. I'm excited to try to get that done. It's I want to do a Voltron-ish scheme. Not the actual Voltron itself, but there's an offshoot in the new series that I don't know where you can find it either. I'm ticked about that. Netflix, bring back Voltron, please. Yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Nice. What about you, Ian?
I am working on the G-Quux Skeleton.
Oh, man.
This is as far as I've gotten so far. There's no stickers on this thing at all whatsoever.
All parts
And I
separate.
know this
okay.
is Dan's favorite part, is these legs.
Yes, it is.
How
It
is
looks so cool.
how is it putting that together? That part specifically, Ian.
I'm surprised. These legs, there's at least 20 plus pieces in these legs.
Wow.
There's a ton of little bits and color separation here. I'm surprised this thing flew as a high grade, not like a real grade. Posable little thrusters in the butt.
Oh.
And in here, there's like 4 or 5 parts sandwiched just to make this little thruster bell. And then the yellow inside there is like a sphere that's locked in there.
Oh.
Yeah, this has been really cool.
I love how each vernier seems to have its own fuel tank. It's pretty cool.
Toe bend articulation.
On a high grade?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is really good.
That's a lot of playability. Wow.
Yeah. I cannot wait to get this one done and
That thing would be a
pose
desk
the
tinker for
living crap out of
hours.
this thing.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm loving the G-Quux kits. Loving it. It's a good time to be alive. I am working on 2 things right now. I'm doing a Macross build for the SDGMC theme, which is Macross. I've got everything sanded, prepped, scribed, plot plated, and everything for paint. And then after that comes the LED monstrosity. 64 LEDs. 64 LEDs and probably about 32 acrylic rods to show the missiles coming out of the missile tank things on it. So that'll be really fun. I'm really excited for that.
We're going to remind you how fun it is when you're halfway through.
Oh, no, man. Like, I haven't built a model kit since the Koenig. It's been all that Titan Zaku, so I'm excited to... it's been fun again. Gunpla is fun again.
It is.
I'm also working on a storage crate for the Zaku.
That's fun.
I've actually got a picture here if you want to see it. There it is. Crate's almost finished. Everything is mounted on 2x4s inside of the crate.
So great.
Not 2x4s, it's like planed down and milled pieces. And then the hole that you see there by the leg, like right here, that's actually strapping holes. So everything will be Velcro strapped down. So, and when we pack it, we can strap it nice and tight. And then the entire box will be lined inside with felt. And
it
it'll
needs
be
to have
spray painted
straw
black first and then felted.
It needs straw to look like
straw is a fun idea, but it would be messy and it would be
every time we pull it out,
dust all over it. Yeah, it's not good. So
it belongs in a museum.
Yeah. So after I get all the mounting finished, then I can spray paint the inside and it'll start looking a little more finished. And then on the outside, I'm going to do stenciling like Xeon stuff, like 20 millimeter cannon, Zaku, height and weight information, all spray stenciled. So it'll look kind of messy, just like a crate for like ammunition or something like that. And then I've got big, bulky, chunky metal hardware to go all around it, and rope handles and the whole thing. And so this crate weighs about 30 pounds. So all told, this thing's going to be about 60 pounds. So it's a team lift now.
Nice. Are you gonna put that on there on the crate? Team lift only. That'd be funny.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah, stencil that on a few corners or something.
Yeah.
And then somebody had mentioned putting top secret somewhere on there, so maybe like a diagonal top secret red across the top front or something like that. So we're just, I'm just having fun with it now at this point. Although I will say this is the most annoying part of the whole thing because I had to build the crate, right? And figure out how everything gets mounted in there. I don't have instructions or even diagrams drawn up. I'm just kind of coming up with it on the fly. So it's been kind of annoying, but once it's finished, it's going to add a lot of character to this already fully characterized thing. And it's funny, my neighbor came over. My neighbor next door came over and just wandered up to the garage and like came in as I was working on it. And I spent about 10 minutes convincing him that this is not an actual robot that moves on its own, that it's just a statue.
Nice.
Yeah, this is the guy that didn't know what Gundam was.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, and I have another story. So I go into Home Depot to buy all the stuff for this, right?
Right.
And I'm wearing my WCGA sweater.
As one does.
And I needed to ask help to cut the rope because they don't have it all locked up for some reason. You can't cut the rope by yourself.
No.
So I had to go get an associate to help me out with that. So they come over and they're helping me with the rope. And then he's like, hey, what's that sweater? That's really cool. And I showed him the back. West Coast Gunpla Alliance, where we build models of robots. Well, so that like went right over his head, poor guy. And he thought I was talking about the battle bots. Because I told him that I went to Japan
Oh,
to compete.
like
And
the
he
actual
was like,
robots
oh,
that
you're...
are like chain bladed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, BattleBots, whatever. And I was like, yeah, I went to Japan to compete. And he's like, oh yeah, BattleBots, that's crazy. So you're like the U.S. guy went over. And I'm like, no. I'm talking like these are models. And he's like, yeah, BattleBots, yeah. Like, what is this? What does yours do? And I'm like, what are you doing this year to beat them? Because last year you guys did that. And I'm like, no. It's like 3 minutes of back and forth. Like, I build plastic models, sir.
Dude, you should have went with it and just say, yep, we gave ours a chainsaw this year.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, anyways, that was a
funny.
pretty funny and fun interaction. But
Nice.
so yeah, that's what I'm working on right now.
Gave
Very
the
cool.
robot a chainsaw and a giant marital aid.
Yeah.
Wow.
so yeah, that's what I'm working on. Everybody, buckle up though, because now it's time for the news.
Oh boy.
Ian, are you
boy.
ready with the news? Do you have your finger on the trigger? Do you have your finger on the pulse?
There's no
Of
finger
the-
on no trigger. This one's going to be a little bit of a doozy.
Oh boy.
So, Bandai has released official listings and images for everything that came out in the Shizuoka Hobby Show. So we've got pretty much stuff that we've already covered, but there's new images to come out, especially for the PGU. So we're going to jump right into that once I hit the appropriate button. Boom,
you
boom.
always know how to hit the
Boom.
appropriate button.
Boom, boom.
Oh, yeah.
Starting at the PGU.
Nice.
Oh, nice
There
shot.
we go.
Yeah.
Starting right with the clothes off. Right
Right
there.
at the cockpit.
Okay.
So these are our inner frame pictures now.
Yeah.
Is it doing anything for you?
It's doing a little bit more for me.
I
I wasn't a fan, but this stuff is doing it for me.
I really like the new gold. And unless it's like just a trick of the lighting or something, the new gold looks a lot deeper and richer than the
Some of
plated
it's
bright gold.
Gotta be plated.
Oh, the gold for sure is plated. Yeah.
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 There's a
If
really
you haven't built an
close-up.
Unleashed, the
Look at
inner
that.
frame, like every section of the build is like you're putting layers on layers on layers. It's extremely cool.
Yeah.
What they are doing new though, I've noticed, is these pipes.
Yeah, they got separately colored plastic cables like going into the cockpit for some
I wonder if those are going to be
Yeah.
Bendy wires.
plastic or if they're going to be bendy wire that you cut, because they've done that before in other
That's gonna
in
drive
other
people insane.
kits.
Why?
Well, I mean, buckle up, man.
I
You're
feel
paying
like people-
$600 for a
yeah.
kit. You should be prepared to do the.
I often see people complain that they don't like cutting wires. They don't like cutting the
Yeah.
cable
and
sheathing on
Don't
stuff.
use your
like
god
that.
hands to cut those wires, folks.
Do not.
I
Yeah.
feel like Bandai is just going to make those plastic pieces, which I'm okay with how minimal they are.
Yeah.
Because it's cheaper to make those.
Yeah, it makes sense to do plastic and not wire. Because why make it actual wire that you have to cut and bend and make perfect? Look at on the right side there, right by the cockpit. That looks like a metal etch piece there. It looks like a TIE fighter cockpit.
It does, yeah.
So
I
it's
wonder
interesting
if
to
that
see a
can
lot of
come
this.
out, or unless it's like encased in there once you build it. The whole cockpit, the red ball
Probably
cockpit.
encased.
Yeah, I doubt it comes out.
There's a blow up of the arm.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, every internal piece almost has internal
This-
detail, which is really cool.
These fingers still look like they're not posable.
There's 3 sets.
Okay,
You have closed, open, and then
I
manipulator.
keep forgetting that. They keep tricking me.
It's
Got
the
'em.
most sets of hands ever released in a Bandai kit.
And we
Why
do
is the
get
tape over the eyes?
we
Why is
do
the tape
get
over the
a
camera?
piece of tape over the eyes.
Why?
Why?
It's
And
like the
over the shoulder
first
camera.
time. It's like the first time that we see the new Gundam. It's laying
Right.
down with all the red tape, like removed before
Yeah.
flight and stuff on all over it.
That's weird. I mean,
Well,
they have it over
I
all
don't
the
know.
LED
Maybe somebody
spots. I wonder
really
if it's an
wants to
LED thing.
recreate that. Maybe
Yeah.
somebody just really wants to recreate that scene.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a blow up of the
It's
leg.
hard to even tell that's a leg. Looks
I
like
know.
looks like someone stepped on it. That's a lot of little bits. I'm digging it.
And here's the full body,
Yeah.
armored and
I like
unarmored.
that.
So some people like displaying their kits half and half.
Mhm.
Here's a good example
Yeah.
of that.
We're both talking how much we like. Yeah.
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 Half armor, half
Yeah.
armor,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You know,
And-
since there's 3 stages to these kits too, you can display it in 3 stages. You know,
Yeah.
like the inner frame, outer frame, armored. Pretty
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah. Just buy
Crazy.
3 PGU news.
No, I mean like on your kit. You know.
Yeah. So I think I was wrong in the past that we had to wait until June after that this kit releases for the LEDs. I think they meant this June, right now, is when they were going to reveal news for the LED set.
Right.
So I believe the LED set's actually coming out with the new Gundam.
My
January next year.
My igniter has lit, and I'm about to
Uh-huh.
go into a rant.
Oh boy.
If we
Okay.
want to talk about LEDs,
Let's cover
need a
what
whole
this
episode
kit
for it?
offers before you want to
Sure.
tear into it.
sure.
So we got LEDs that come down to the cockpit to light up the inside, which is really, really cool. Chest vents, we got the shoulder camera, the eyes, and I believe the head camera also lights up. Here's the actual
Count how
light
many that
kit.
is.
I know, it's only 5. So it's only going to be lighting up items within the chest and in the head.
Okay.
So
Get 'em, Dan.
for
Get
people
'em.
who like to pose their kits with all the wires just within the torso and the head, you don't have to worry about bending an arm or a leg too far and destroying a wire. Okay,
You're hurting us
Dan,
feel good.
what's your problem?
Okay, let him
That's
have
no
it.
problem.
It's not
Get
enough,
'em.
huh?
Well,
Get
no,
'em.
keep going, keep going.
No,
I'm
this
just, like,
is the last slide. It's just
Okay.
reiterating what we already saw.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Um,
I'll
like-
make some coffee.
Bandai is a billion-dollar company, I think, right? Are they billion or still in the millions?
It'd have to be.
Okay. We've got 5 LED. We got a. Okay. We got a 5 potentially
I
$600
can't wait for this
kit.
to be like $150 for this LED kit too, like the
They already
PG
yeah.
unicorn.
Yeah, they announced that it's $100, but you add on the taxes for it to come over here, and what Bandai
God.
US does is tack 50% onto it. So we're looking at about $150. Okay, so you're looking at a $500 or $600 kit. Okay,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, you pay $150 for 5 LEDs. Lang, what's $150 divided by 5?
30.
$30 per LED. Now, these 5 LEDs are being powered by what looks like a triple battery pack.
Yeah, 3 AA's, more than likely.
Good Lord. This is the most jank looking thing I've probably ever seen. As far as like, that's overkill. 3
Mhm.
AAA's for. Now, it does look like it has some kind of microcontroller, so maybe they're animated in some way.
We'll
like
see.
when you turn it on, maybe it does something. I don't know. There's no reason for there to be a microcontroller there. You can run all these LEDs straight to the power source. They're just 3-volt LEDs. So maybe it does like it goes through like a thing. I don't know. But guys, holy God, 5 LEDs for a perfect grade Unleashed kit.
Mhm.
I don't understand. I don't understand the logic because, like I said, Bandai, big company, right? Big kit, huge kit, lots of money, and you get 5 LEDs with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cosmos is going to eat their lunch, and I
They
think
will.
they're okay with that. I don't think Bandai cares. Honestly, I think for Bandai,
Well, yeah, because
LEDs
Cosmos is
are-
just an accessory set. You still have to
Right.
buy Bandai's product. That's where they don't
Yeah,
care.
that's
It's
what
when
it
you're
is.
straight
Yeah.
knocking up, knocking off this kit.
Right.
It's big enough.
Lang.
I think LEDs have always been like a afterthought for Bandai. They're like, we should throw some LEDs in there or something like that. Except for when it comes to kits like, there's a few kits where it's not an afterthought. Like the Exia is designed for LEDs. If you don't have LEDs in your Exia, buy a Cosmos kit. You're doing yourself a disservice.
Or get one
Also,
on our trivia night.
Oh,
yeah. Also, the unicorn, like the mega size unicorn, that one's designed for LEDs. The master grade unicorns or the perfect grade unicorns kind of designed for LEDs. But this is like this is the most expensive Bandai kit ever made, I think, for wide consumer use, and we get 5 LEDs. 5?
5.
Yep, 5. $30 a pop.
It's kind of insulting, I think. But I mean, I could be proven wrong. It could be really awesome, and it might be really cheap. I don't know. I would say a kit like this should be $60.
Yeah,
because their markup on this is insane, you guys.
Yeah.
That's insane.
For those of you who don't know, Dan's just my friend because I'm his calculator. He takes me shopping just to add stuff together for him. That's all I do.
Yeah, I didn't know what 150 divided by 5 was, so that's why I asked Ling. Yeah, so that's all I had to say about it. I mean, I don't, like I said, I could be wrong, and it might be great, but I wouldn't pay more than $60 for 5 LEDs. I wonder if they're tying some of their R&D and design work into that price, because they had to design this to fit those LEDs.
Or it was an afterthought. You just never know. That's why there's so little.
Well, if you go back to this, just where it shows all the LEDs. So each one of these LEDs is encapsulated in like a little plastic.
It looks like it's meant to be compressed within a part.
Exactly.
Pegs in
yeah.
places.
So they did design this to use those LEDs. But also, guys, holy missed opportunity! Psycho frame. There doesn't appear to be any Psycho frame going on in the new Gundam. And the Master Grade had that, or the Master Grade for Ka.
Yeah.
Now I understand that they're doing like multiple layers, and that's really crazy.
Unless they're
Bandai's really good at crazy design. Like their design and mechanical detail in their kits is like top notch.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that they're not lighting the whole kit off of 3 batteries is kind of nuts. But I don't know. I'm gonna buy one.
Oh, it just keeps the Verkaz unique to having that feature.
True.
And then this one's unique feature was like an arm holding the bazooka. That's the most unique thing to that kit.
mean, it's a perfect grade Unleashed, so there's lots of unique features going on with this thing. Tons of stuff.
I'm just thinking what stands out.
Yeah. I guarantee this build for whoever buys this kit is going to have like a maximum fun amount of time.
Yeah.
It's just the LED thing that kind of gets me like,
that's it.
Imagine the amount of undergating too that's going on in this kit. It's going to be wild. I'm very excited to build it, but the LED kind of just
I need to
sad.
do my PGU grandpa before this comes out.
Yeah, you do. I didn't know you had one.
I do.
Oh,
get to it. Pause the Zoids.
Oh, baby. All right. What's next on the news?
Oh, more images I forgot. So the back of the head and the head camera also glow.
Yeah.
All right. There's the official listings for stuff we saw at the Shizuoka Hobby Show. So we know now that the entry grade Wing Gundam comes out in October this year.
Let's
go. It's going to cost 1,100 yen.
Mm-hmm.
This
is great. I'm very excited for that kit.
It's like $8 over there.
Yeah, at least $8. So it'll be maybe 12 or 13 over here.
Yeah, right in line with the other entry grades.
Yeah.
I'm getting that.
Then the Master Grade Barbatus Lupus comes out in November for 7,150 yen.
This looks like a great kit.
Good
job, Bandai. Get all these Master Grades.
Hurrah! They're getting 2 out in a year.
See, if I get that one, I'm going to be tempted to come back to the Vidar.
Yeah, you will. I knew it.
The Vidar didn't really spark me very much, but
you were so adamant, like I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, and I knew he's going to buy it.
Well, it's just
a matter of when.
Yeah, I need to pause on that. Oh man, if they did another resin kit for the Master Grade one, sorry.
I would buy a second Vidar if somebody had an upgrade to turn it into the Kimaris, because the Kimaris Vidar is my favorite.
Bandai's incoming.
So that one, I really love this Lupus because it has storage for the clubs and it comes with the clubs. I
Mhm.
think those are such cool weapons.
Yeah. That's good.
You got them
good
apple
kit.
bottom clubs, boots with the clubs.
With the clubs.
So there's
Ooh.
our mass production G-Quux Gelgoog. Comes out
Mhm.
in premium Bandai in November. 2,420 yen.
I'd like to see G-Quux kits locally, so that's
I know. And then this month, I think it comes out next Friday. I think, yeah, next weekend in Japan is the Real Grade Shining Gundam.
this looks great.
3,850 yen.
This is going to be a banger kit, I guarantee.
I want this as soon as possible.
Yeah. Keep an eye on Sugar Mama because as soon as it comes out, it's probably going to pop up on there.
Yep, that's how I got this Gelgoog.
Yep.
Keep an eye out.
And the earlier you buy it on Sugar Mama, the lower the price will be.
Yes.
Ooh-wee.
Premium Bandai, the White Gundam from G-Quux comes out
What?
in December.
This is P Bandai?
This is P Bandai.
Why?
Because the Red Gundam is retail.
What does that matter?
That's interesting.
I don't know. I don't make the rules.
I kind of appreciate the Red Gundam being retail in this one.
What?
Bandai.
Yeah, well, the Red Gundam is what you see mostly in the show. It's one of the main characters' mobile suits. This one appears for a fraction of an episode.
God. Bandai.
And they know Dan's going to come crawling over to get it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm probably going to have to buy two. One for a giveaway and one for me.
This one should come with the rocket launcher too, I believe. Don't quote me. I just know it ain't going to come with the gun bits, and therefore it's going to come with some other accessory. And then also to Premium Bandai, Char's Zaku, also out in December, 2,420 yen.
Are they functionally the same? Are they the same bits? Is this just a color change on the White Gundam and the red?
Yeah.
Zaku? Okay, it's just a color change.
Color change, but the
color change and accessory
Red
swap.
Gundam has those.
Okay.
Has a lot more accessories, doesn't it?
I
feel like
it's got the bits. Right?
it has the beam rifle, the bits. It has the Gundam
mace.
hammer,
Yeah.
shield, beam
Let me ask you
sabers. What?
a question, Ian. Why are they calling them bits now and not funnels?
From Witch of Mercury.
Probably a syllable thing.
I like funnel a lot better than bit, but
It can still be called funnel. There's no rule.
there isn't?
No.
I can call them funnels?
You can call them funnels. You can also call this thing from Erder. Jesus, I forget the name of it.
If the lore master says I can I will do.
Do it.
All right.
So here, I forget the name of this thing.
It's King Penguin from
Sure.
Skylanders, yeah.
Anyway, this high-grade iron-blooded orphans Erder hunt will be out in December for 3,080 yen.
Okay.
But here's a picture that I don't think we saw in the hobby show. Is those big shields become like crab claws?
Very
They
cool.
didn't have that on display originally. That's really cool.
Yes.
And then here's what I remember. It's called the Monkey Crab Roadie. High grade. This will be out in November for 1,870 yen. I'm more excited for this thing.
I want that with like giant dom legs. I want it to match it with that.
Ooh,
I
that's a cool
suppose you
idea.
could probably swap in the Landman Roadie legs from the upgrade set onto this. I assume the structure must be similar.
No, I gave mine to Zaku Actual.
Dude, those things are floating around everywhere for like under $10.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a great looking kit. I'm excited for it.
And that's the end of this slide. Okay, so
Cool.
give me a moment and I'll be right back because
There's more?
that's more.
Stay tuned.
So that's
Much
just
After
the
these messages, we'll
that's
be
just
right
the Gundam adjacent
back.
stuff, but there's also Bandai stuff here. Let me get these up.
Do we need to start like sponsoring Ian's News Corner with commercials? That could be fun.
Or intermission music as I try to get tabs organized here.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of 30-minute mission news revealed earlier this week.
Oh
And
Lord.
this is not
Crapping
what I
ahead.
wanted to share.
I didn't see that black one.
This one here.
Yes.
All right. So is this it?
This is
Okay.
one of them.
What
Let's
is
see if
it?
I can get the name. I'm gonna
EEX
Igrite.
M40
Great.
Egrite 02. Okay. Looks like an. Am I gonna get in trouble if I say it looks like an Esposito
I don't know.
A little
or a
bit.
Forestieri?
Someone was saying this looks like a Spartan.
Okay. The colors are the same.
It works with the full armor upgrade. And then
that's
the
nice.
apparently these are the what do they call little drones that come with these things? The Roy Roys?
Yeah.
There's supposed
Oh.
to be apparently 2 Roy Roys, but one's a shield and the other one's a gun.
Fun.
That is fun.
And then you get like
I
a
like
night.
that.
Oh, the visor comes down over the eyes.
I
night
like
vision.
that.
I was gonna say that's probably a peg, but it just slides.
Yeah,
down, so-
it was in the head here.
Yeah.
You can see the
Yeah.
empty slot where it was previously mounted. And then
One of
there's
their Acer Bs has it.
there's a
Why
swivel
didn't they do
connection
something
point.
similar like that with the G-Quux visor? Should have, Yeah.
Oh, actually transform instead of being a whole separate head. I don't know. It's got to
Yeah.
just be the parts complexity.
Yeah, I guess so.
So actually, let me share the tab I intended to share real quick, and then realize that I lost the other tab. But anyway,
Uh-oh.
the 30-minute missions news is kind of a mess. Shared across X and then Facebook posts. It's been kind of hard to collect and gather news. I can go back into it next episode that we do.
Click that.
So
Click that.
there's a Dragon Knight coming out for 30-minute fantasy.
I'm so excited for this.
This is the base body of it.
So lore-wise, now there are dragon people,
Lizard men.
lizard men.
They're looking good.
Yes,
Oh.
very cool.
I can't tell if it's using
Gogeta.
some of the
Nice.
body parts from the Type 1 body, which is like your regular knight and wizard and archer.
Yeah, it's cool.
But yeah.
It's kind of Pokemon-y. Or Digimon-y, I mean.
Yeah, very Digimon-y. There's going to be a lot of
just the helmet part, I
Digimon
think.
repaints.
Yeah.
Also comes with a couple swords. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, and then back over. Okay.
Somebody needs to customize that sword, put some rings on those holes.
No, they have a add-on set that you
Yep.
can put on there.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
you go.
Oh, this is gonna be so cool looking. Oh my gosh.
All right, and then here's
Oh.
the armor add-on set for that Dragon Knight.
Cool.
Look at that sword. Oh my gosh.
That's not even a sword. That's like a hatchet.
It's a cleaver.
A cleaver. There it is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
Oh my gosh.
That really
I
bulks
love
him
it.
up, give him bigger wings.
That's
I still
cool.
think
Yeah,
wings
more
should be
options.
Wings should be bigger, but
Cobra. This thing needs your
More-
shading on these.
More opportunities for since
That,
all of that's part separated, you could do some cool colors with it when you paint it.
Gosh, yeah, good. So good. I love it. I love this.
Okay, calm down, Lang.
No. Why?
Be calm.
Yeah, different masks. I
Yeah.
like that
Put your shirt back on.
too. Again,
I'm
why?
saying this because I'm not in the tab. I can't.
For
see
those
what's
that are
going
just
on.
listening, Lang's taking off all of his clothing.
Oh
Yay!
Stop, Lang.
no! All right.
All right, what's next?
Is it the items?
Oh my
No,
gosh, there's
it's not
so
the
much.
items.
So much.
Here we go. This
Look
is
at
the newest item.
The diodes
Some
you can
Mushroom
make out of
Man?
all these.
Do you know the Mushroom
So
Man?
this is
The
our
Mushroom
first scene.
Mushroom Man.
This is our first scene and scenario upgrade set.
Ah,
So
That's so
before we had
funny.
like the item shops, which were like crates and weapons and
Somebody-
campfires,
Oh my
and now we
gosh.
have little mobs that we can have our characters fight.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
came into Bandai and was like, "Hey guys, I just came back from a D&D campaign, and we need to do some D&D stuff."
You know what? This is like, oh my gosh, I could probably get my daughter into this by saying, let's do Zelda color schemes and all this. You could so
Yeah.
much.
Are those clear parts supposed to be like bird poop and stuff?
No,
or
they're
what? What's going on
slimes.
here? Oh, that's funny.
Let's see if I can get closer. They have little eyes on them
Okay.
or something. But anyway, I'm sure these are slime monsters and a little
Oh my
mushroom
gosh, does that guy,
mushroom fairy or
arms
forest
move.
spirit.
The mushroom has an armored helmet, dude.
Yeah,
he
it's
does.
not organic looking. It's very metal. Well, I mean, the bird is too.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
love
some
it. I love it.
slimes. I guess you can
I
make them
might be
bird poop
doomed.
if you want, Dan.
nice.
A log to sit on.
He put his shield up.
Put
like
his
he's
poop.
blocking
Put the poop
bird
in the
turds.
log, I guess. Poop log,
Oh, thinking.
Log, yep,
And then
bird
a
over.
This is the Keanu
customizable,
Reeves vlog. Yeah,
and then a customizable signpost that
I
looks
like
so sad and gray. I
Yeah,
have to learn how to paint wood.
it's easy with contrast paints.
Hmm.
Just prime it and contrast it up. Very cool.
I believe that's it.
Very cool.
Hey, good job, Ian.
Man, what a
That's
great news
you got to
segment.
dig for that news. Everybody, Ian's got to dig through the dark corners of the internet to find this news and bring it to us. So
Right.
thank you, Ian.
A lot of it's on X. It's very dark.
Nice.
So that brings us to the end of the news. Let's talk a little bit about our meat potatoes today. Today we got some really interesting topics to discuss. First one we wanted to talk about was scribing. Is it worth the effort, or is it overhyped? When is it used to good effect? When is it just done for the sake of doing? I have some opinions on this, but does anybody else want to jump in before I start?
I'll jump in. When I first started scribing, I worked on some 1/100 ungraded kits, which were very, they were missing a lot of panel line opportunities. So it was really great for me to start panel lining. I think additional panel lining is essential to a point. For me, I always
Are you talking about
second-guess
rescribing or like making new lines?
making new lines.
It's essential.
Yep, I think it's essential just to add just a little bit. You just need just a sprinkle of scribing. The overscribing, there are some that do immaculate scribe designs, and there's a lot. They do great. For me, I get overwhelmed because I like to have a good ratio between additional scribes and decals. I think both need to have the appropriate amount and spacing on what you're trying to accomplish. I got there's a cutting mat by Madworks that has a lot of example. Like, this is what it is if you do a basic scribe, additional scribes, crazy madman scientist, like scribing level. And those, I've gone off a lot of those. So my thought is scribing is a sprinkle of scribing is essential, and it takes some practice to master. There's a feel to it. There's a lot of different tools, and you have to have a different feel per tool. I've had 2 or 3 different scribers, and they all work a little bit different. For example, this right here, I have a gun primer Grita. I think this is well worth it to start, as well as Dan just mentioned about rescribing, kind of essential in my opinion.
Is that the one that has the spinning blade on it?
No, it's not a spinning blade. It's just a point. It's a tungsten point that you can go at any angle with it. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. Thoughts, rebuttals?
I find it really interesting, Ling, that you feel it's essential, because you're generally pretty like do whatever you want with stuff.
Yeah, my last few builds I've done.
Are you talking about for you or for everybody?
for lately with me,
Like, everybody should be
I've
scribing.
stepped back. I've stepped back from what I used to scribe. I scribed a number of my builds, but the last 2 builds I've done that are big comp builds, I have not scribed as much.
Huh.
So,
Yeah, I think I think for me, I think about this topic more like aesthetically than like what I'm personally doing. Like, I think aesthetically, you can go for like a very clean, classic look and just paint it up and decal it up and go for it. Maybe rescribe some things if they're really shallow. If you want to draw attention to that particular panel line. But like in general, you can go for that look, or you can go for the really complex, like realistic looking, adding all that extra detail, especially to the master grade scale and up. You can go in there and add a lot of lines and things like that. Skill aside, like just aesthetically, I think sometimes some builds can be overscribed, and it's more like a master class in like good scribing technique, and the whole overall look of the kit. If it's got a lot of scribing on the legs, you scribe more on the arms and shoulders and stuff like that. As long as it looks good, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Cohesive. As long as it looks cohesive, you just keep going,
but
yeah, like,
do you scribe a lot, Dan? I don't think you scribe a whole lot yet, do you? Or do you?
I do. I mean, every build has some scribing on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's generally, if there's like a big open space that looks odd to my eye, like everything else has a lot of panel lines on it, and then there's a certain area that doesn't have anything, then I'll add in either rivets or plow or scribing. If I just want it to look from top to bottom, left to right, bottom to top, cohesive,
Yeah.
And I think sometimes some kits will just have a lot of detail in a certain area and then none in another area. So I'll just add some little bit here and there. There's some people out there, man, that scribe, like, they have the scribing game down, and they're able to pump out some amazing master classes in scribing, and they just look so perfect. But yeah, for me, it's mostly about aesthetics. So is it worth the effort for aesthetics? Sure. Yeah. Scribing can be really easy if you take your time. Scribing is all about being super patient, because your first scribe line, you're not pushing, you're just pulling it across the plastic. Once you get that initial microscopic cut from the chisel into the scribe line, every pass after that just gets a little bit more weight under your hand, and then you've got a perfect line. But you have to be patient, because it's like 7 or 8 passes before you get to that point. And you multiply that 7 or 8 times all the different angles, and you've got like hundreds and hundreds of pulls with your chisel. It takes patience. Patience is the biggest one, and learning where to apply pressure and when not to. So,
Ian, have you dabbled with scribers yet?
I haven't. The biggest question I have is like, how do you know how to scribe, how it should look?
Should look is really up to you, but
because I think I would rely a lot on stencils.
One of the people, somebody mentioned to me one time when I did my first scribing, and I posted it on Reddit. One of the people, some random person, gave me some really good constructive feedback and said that panel lining should, this according to them, you don't have to do this stuff, but the way he posited it to me was that you want to make it look as if your line doesn't just go and end somewhere for no reason. There's a reason why the panel line is there, either because it's an armor piece that's put on, or it's a panel that opens up or something like that. Sometimes you'll see someone do a panel line and it's just there for no reason other than to just give some more detail. So
yeah,
that's something I think about a lot when I'm doing scribing, is like, okay, if this were a real armor piece, where would the panel detach, and what angles do I need to make it look like that? And here's kind of for your question a little bit, Ian, is like, you take a pencil and draw on the piece of plastic. and then erase it and draw some more, erase it, and then you figure out like what you want your paneling to look like, and then scribe it.
Okay.
Put your tape on there and scribe it.
Yeah.
So like for you, I guess it's probably more the question for you is aesthetically, Ian, what do you like? Do you like a lot of scribing or a little scribing, or do you just like
a
it
little.
when it's done?
If you got like a big old flat plane of nothing, like for example on your perfect Xeon skirt, that was just a whole the canvas waiting to be scribed on.
Yeah.
That was good, and it wasn't a whole lot. It was just enough.
Yeah, I tried to copy the real grade scribing a little bit because the real grade
Okay.
has a ton of panel lines on the skirt, and the perfect Xeon comes with like none. It's like no lines on that skirt. It's just a big gray butt cheek. So, or front butt. Right.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's a front butt. It's okay. The other thing I think so this will be interesting to chat about is, have you ever started a build and then you didn't finish it, and why did it happen? What
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about
finishing the kit. And I'm talking just snapping up a kit. This has happened to me a couple of times. So for me, it's like I'll start a kit it starts at the beginning. I'm building the kit not because I wanted to build it, but because I either felt like I needed to build it, or like for a competition or something, or because I didn't have any inspiration. So for me, inspiration is the biggest part of it. Like what is my end goal with the kit? If I don't have an end goal and I start a kit, there's been a couple of times where I've started a build and just stopped. Yeah. And I think one of those was the real grade wing EW.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't finish it?
I did eventually finish it, but I started it and I was like, this sucks. I hate it. And then I put it away for months. And then I finally was like, I just need to finish this thing, get it off my brain. Because when a build's sitting there unfinished, it's like, it eats me alive. What about you, Lang?
What stops me from finishing a kit? Distraction, shiny keys, something else usually. Like I'm looking at my desk right now and I have a lot of snapped, a lot of partial painted, a lot just my distraction, shiny keys. That happens to me constantly. For me, it's usually I get to a level of, I really should finish one thing before I start another. One thing I don't do, and I wish I did a little bit more, I heard somebody way back in the day, for those of you who remember Bill Bros, Zealous Hanger, I believe it is, Logie. He always tells people, whenever you're building the kit, start with the legs. Start with the legs.
Yeah, I've done
and
that.
For me, it didn't really ever click until I got to a point where I just built like chest and maybe some of the, like one of the arms, and I just liked that silhouette. And then I was like, I have to keep going to do the legs. And so for me, it's like, I need that saved best for last, and then I'll be able to finish snapping it. Most recently for me, the Ecopla MG Exia. I really loved the silhouette and just it as a body. It took me a good month before I actually went back and did the sword and the shield. I just liked it as it was, but I just needed to finish it. So for me, it's shiny keys of the distraction and knowing the order of what's going to be the best part of the kit. If I don't like the weapons, oh man, I better do those first.
That's interesting.
Do it.
Yeah,
weapons are always an afterthought for me.
Sure.
Most of my like comp builds don't even have weapons on them.
Yeah,
it's just a mobile suit. So that's really interesting to hear. That's really important. I mean, it makes sense when looking back on your stuff. Like your weapons are always like really well done and prominently displayed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it for me for sure.
What about you,
For-
Ian?
for
You got
me,
any
so-
skeletons in the closet?
Oh, I've
Yeah.
got a couple skeletons in the closet. It's definitely a complete like ADHD. Ooh, shiny. And I move on to something else. Like
Mm-hmm.
Gelgoog comes in, and then I'm putting stuff down. I still have to finish my Real Grade Mark II. I got most of the mobile armor for the Typhoeus Chimera. Remember that big?
That's a big
That's
kit.
a big kit, and I didn't finish it.
Oop.
I got it mostly done. I think that the arms aren't done yet, and I haven't gotten back to it for almost. It's been what? Almost a year since it came out.
Yeah. So is that for like? You said it's like an ADHD type of thing, like
Yeah, I just
get distractions, or is
get
it that you get bored with the build?
it could be that too. I get bored with the
Yeah.
build. It takes so long. Something else comes in. I want to tackle that, and then I bury it and
Yeah.
forget about it and go, oh crap, I never finished this kit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's you have it,
And then
for
I have
me. It's
yeah.
like I had a taste of the kit. Like I know its flavor. I'm good for me. Like,
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
that.
like
And I
that's a
f-
big one for me.
Yeah.
Because I have looking up here, I have 3 or 4 boxes above me right now that are. I wish I could do a little bit more with. So along your line, you're talking about the start and finish snapping. I have a thing where it's like I've finished the snapping, but I know I want to do something else next, and I feel like they're not done. And I have about 4 or 5 boxes sitting above me, like the HG Ultron P Bandai. It's snapped. It's pretty. I haven't done anything with it. It's only snapped, no stickers, no nothing. That's one I feel is not complete, and I need to do something with it. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
so I guess like for those that are listening and watching, not that I'm an expert or anything, but to avoid that situation, because it's not a situation you want, right? Nobody wants to start and not finish a kit, because you do get a lot of sense of accomplishment when you finish a kit.
Mhm.
I would say before you start, my advice would be before you start the kit, make sure that you feel like excited to build that kit, as opposed to just like, I got nothing to build, I'm gonna build this one, kind of a thing. That would be my advice. That seems to work for me, at least.
And see, I'm the opposite end of saying like, oh, I have too many ideas of what I want to do, and I have decision paralysis on like which one to start with and where to go to of
Yeah.
which one.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter has that, and I do any, mini, miny, mo with her.
See, like this right here, I have a clear Arios that I'm like, okay, I have to pause what I had in mind for that for the time being to finish something.
What do you mean? What do you have?
Remember, it's the
Did something
Trans
planned
Am.
for that?
The what?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember now.
The
Yeah,
combo.
you got a
Like
little...
that's going to be August-ish is the plan. See, I got to set it all up. So,
Mm.
So then, speaking of setting ups and plans for things, when you're at a show,
segue.
okay, let's put in a thank you. Let's put in a, here's the scenario. Okay, you're at a show. You're walking by the Gunpla models and the sci-fi models, and something catches your eye. What are the things that you think make a build a showstopper build or an eye-catcher build? I'll start. If it has a light on it, my attention is drawn to it pretty quick. Yeah. For me, I like the shiny. So if
Shiny
it's
keys
got
and
a
lights.
light, I look at it. If it's got a base that's more than just standing on the table, if it has a base, I'm like, oh, this guy put some. In my brain, I just equate that to, oh, this guy put some more, or girl put this more time into this kit. So then I stop and look at it more. Also, scale is a big thing. So my brain just looks for the biggest thing on the table. So if it's like,
excuse me,
so per scale, so like 144, 100, or 160, I generally immediately gravitate towards the bigger one that has more presence.
or a Zaku.
I do like Zaku's.
No, your
Who doesn't
Zaku, like the
Zaku's?
135th Zaku.
Oh, that'll be good for grabbing people's attention to come to our table.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What about you, Ian?
For what?
You've been a judge now at multiple shows and competitions. What are the things that you catch your eye when you're first assessing the table for judging?
Oh,
Inside the mind
I-
of the judge.
After he takes some Pepto to stop the ulcers from rising.
right. Well, I mean,
Like
it's
initial
like
thing.
no, obviously, like the LEDs and a real pretty coat of paint is gonna catch me. But when I was doing the judging, I don't immediately start with the brightest and shiniest thing. I'm just gonna work one through at a time.
Well, then let's say if you're not judging and
Uh-huh.
you're just walking through an area and you see, like, let's say you're going through. It doesn't even have to be Gundam.
Mm-hmm.
So like model cars.
Mm.
Is there something that catches your eye?
Nah, dude, detail.
Yeah. I mean, the
That
model car
doesn't-
guys
that
I could
doesn't
talk
catch
about
my
for
eye. It's just more like I see it and then I sit there and look at it longer and then realize there's more and then there's more and there's more.
Layers of detail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that gets me. It's not what draws my attention; is what gets me hooked.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I'm getting
The longer you
lost
look at it, the
in
more
their
detail
work.
you see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I'm going to piggyback with my answer on that because it's two parts. One, it's if I can see it from afar. If you're making a Cookie Monster Barbatos, that's going to catch my eye off the bat. That's one. And if it's something that's like, I never would have thought of that, that catches my eye first. Second is when I start reading their details on what they did, kind of like Ian saying, you get up closer and then you start noticing the other stuff. So it's the show stopper, then it's the show appreciator for me. For example, last year in Seattle, one of the ones I loved that I'm glad I actually took time to read about it and look at it and appreciate it. Somebody had taken a 144 Gramps, but then detailed it and customized it and re-engineered it inside and out so it matched the Verka in a 1/100 scale.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that, I was just like, oh, I see it now. And I can appreciate that because I took a look at it. So yes, for me, it's the two. Something I never seen before that I love seeing from afar. Then when I get close up, I can appreciate it more of what you did. Those are the two things that really stop me.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like the more I think about it too, is like it's nice to have something on your build that initially captures your attention, and it pulls the person into it to look a little bit closer, and that's when they get you with all their details. And what, Lang?
No, I'm laughing because when I stop people with my turtles, and it's like, oh crap, they're gonna see everything I screwed up on.
Right, and they come in real close and start looking at it. Oh, they scribed. Oh, they did this, and especially if you're palling around with Ian and you're looking at model kits, he'll be like, "Oh, wow, they did this and this and this, and this is this and this," and it's like,
Yeah.
So
Ian
it's
knows
nice
the
to have
different
somebody with
parts
you that
they
knows.
used. I love that.
Yeah, especially with kit bashes and stuff. So that's really it for like as far as like the showstopper question. But I really wanted to kind of go over some things about well, here's the deal, guys. Here's what happened. Here's what
What's
happened
up?
just now. Okay.
Oh,
I was trying to come up with a segue, and I couldn't.
you crashed the segue.
So
we're
you're
going
done.
to talk about
You're
club
done.
member
So-
shout-outs.
yeah,
Okay.
dinner's over. Let's get appreciating here.
Speaking of appreciating, let's tie it
Speaking
in.
of, see, there.
Here's some real
Let's just rewind.
showstoppers we want to talk about.
So, guys, think
Yeah.
about speaking of appreciating. I appreciate the club. I appreciate their members. And this week we got some special shout outs. Oh, and we also have to talk about builds of the week too. So let me get my screen pulled up here because I want to shout out Lang.
Can I do two semi-quick shout-outs?
Yeah.
Okay. So mine, first off, I'm going to shout out Never Waffle. You can find him on Instagram. Super amazing builder. I said last week that we were going to do a spotlight. He's going to be my first spotlight, and I'm running behind. And I want to shout out to him because I'm so excited, almost like a preview with some of his stuff. So stay tuned. And he's been an awesome addition to our club. And he hooked me up with the seller down in Southern California that helped me find my death scythe. So thank you, Never Waffle. And then I wanted to thank Zaku Actual, who for a couple of weeks we geeked out about 3D printers, and because of him, I think I showed this once. I'm going to show it because now it's complete.
Wait!
What?
We got bills of the week coming.
Screw it. Here's mine.
His monster's already out. Let him finish pulling it out.
Yep.
Right.
So Mecha Godzilla. This thing is completely posable, like waistband, headband, ball jointed. I freaking love this thing. And my son who's 7, this is pretty much his, but we'll take it on trips. It's broke at least 5 or 6 times now, but since it's 3D printed, it's just snap it right back in. Freaking love this thing.
Oh, it's breaking appropriately.
Very appropriately, yes.
Okay, yeah, easy to fix.
And if a part breaks, I can just print that one little part. It's so nice.
Yeah. So this week I want to shout out Erlangshin. Erlangshin from our club is also an accomplished artiste.
Yeah, he is.
So he drew this So after listening to our podcast I think it was last week, he drew some pictures from the pod. So this is me coming after the dolphin when I was down in San Antonio at SeaWorld, and the Japanese here says, "Stop it." So freaking funny. Look at the worry on the dolphin's face.
So good.
I was coming in hot.
Yeah.
Then we've got Roadside Berries from Mr.
Berries.
lang.
We need to have a sponsor.
The maniacal laughter of his dirty Roadside Berries topped with whipped cream. If you don't know. If you don't know, listen to our excellent Dinner Parties podcast
episode.
And then we have this one's just cute. It's Ian sitting on the floor with his little droid.
That's very Ian.
Droid and Zoid.
His little nippers in his hand. He's got a little Zoid he's sitting there, sitting on the floor with. It's just very cute. So big shout out to Erlangshin. Like, I've never been cartooned before. So it's very flattering and awesome and amazing. So thank you.
Blush. Stop.
I know, right? So thank you to Erlangshin for doing that for us. That's so funny and so nice. Now let's get into our builds of the week. Shall we? Shall we look at what people are doing in the club? And Ian, you can help me out by identifying some of these kits.
Oh man, can I?
If you don't mind, you can. That's what you do.
Okay.
So first we've got Shockwave built this kit here. This is the
real grade God Gundam Ichiban Kuji version.
Yes. Yeah. And there's 2 versions of this, right? There's an A and a B.
I
think there's an A and a B.
I do not know
that. This is just the B. I haven't ever seen the A.
This is the better one
I
anyway.
thought with these kits they have like some parts that are clear and some parts that aren't, and then the other version is the opposite.
Yeah.
Maybe
for the
I
most
might be
part.
wrong.
So,
these are slightly out of order, so let me go over to. Here's another picture here.
This is my problem with news photos.
Yeah.
So I got to jump on this because Shockwave brought this to my house, and I was astounded. I've never had one of the God Gundam RGs in hand. This thing is incredible, and I'm ticked because he won this because I lost it to him. So now I'm on the hunt for this again.
Yeah. Well,
so bravo.
Yeah, bravo.
Yeah, bravo.
So next we've got build by Arbiter. I believe this is a bootleg kit of something.
Is it the dual Gundam? It looks like a dual.
I mean, I could pull up the thing here and look here. This is supposed to be like I just like to try to rely on Ian for just knowing everything, but sometimes
he does.
Sometimes he doesn't know everything.
Is it the Blitz? It looks like
no, that is the
Blue Duel.
There you go.
It says HGGS Blue Duel.
Blue Duel.
Yeah, Bloodle. Then we've got this here. This is from Blue Box.
It's
this is a 30...
Replero Propen 30-minute sisters. I can say that because I can see her box over there.
Oh, okay. So this. We've looked at this kit a bunch of times on Sugar Mama, and I always am interested in it because I just love the colors and everything. But what a fun looking kit! This thing looks really great. Then we've got a custom here from Cobra.
Don't ask me.
This is a Macross.
I don't.
1/100 Strike Valkyrie. Now, if you don't know, these Macross kits require a lot of tender loving care, and basically all the color separation that you see here has been masked and painted. He's masked it all and painted it.
I feel like he did this for...
Look, all of this.
I think he changed the color scheme, but I could be wrong. Cobra?
I think it's similar. It's just done in a more like real,
there's
real type colors. I don't know if this strap is stock or not. Like, does it come with this piece of fabric?
Yeah,
That's really interesting.
Usually
that's
they
cool.
do. They usually have it. It's a Rick Hunter or Roy Falker. If I screwed that up, you Robotech Macross fans, I'm sorry. But Cobra, make a comment. Let us know what this is.
Yeah, so very cool. Very cool. Like I said, all of this is masked, so they put in a lot of work. And a ton of seam line removal, I believe.
Yeah.
Because these kits are also not the prettiest straight out of the box. So, like, I'm pretty sure all of this probably has a seam line in it. The arms are clamshell, so there's seams here that they've removed. And like the mask, I know, is probably 2 parts, like right down the middle. So they removed seams here, probably. So the workmanship here, the craftsmanship is extremely nice. And then, of course, they've weathered it, but they've weathered it in a very scale correct way. So, like, see these little yellow streaks here? Yellow streaks and
see, I can't see it, but Dan sure does. So be careful. Dan will notice all the details.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just it's very well done. So bravo to Cobra. Very nice custom.
Bravo.
Bravos. I think that's actually a word. Then we've got Di Talsane did a Schwarzette, a high grade Schwarzette. This person's got the posing down. Look at that dynamic pose. It's so cool.
I need to go back to that kit. That's a great kit.
I haven't built one. I need to though.
Do you have it?
Really nice. No, I don't even have it.
This is a great one.
Yeah. So this is really great posing, super dynamic. And we've got one by Dragon Talisman. This is the red Barbatos Lupus or something.
Amazing Lupus.
Amazing Barbatos Lupus.
Metaverse.
Yeah. Nice little snap up. Looks great. I'm
the
curious,
backpack.
What is this? What is this?
So the backpack is the...
What is this thing in the back? What is that?
I don't know.
3D printed Gunpla thing. What is this?
I don't know. Zoom in on it.
Dragon Talisman. I can't. I mean, this is... What am I?
Just scroll. There you go.
Enhance. I don't know what it is.
That's cool, though.
Anyways.
Looks like a gun. It's
your build's great, too.
It's a runner holder. Looks like it's been 3D printed.
A runner holder?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the top.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe.
What's at the face?
Anyways.
Is it just looking up? Go back to the zoom in back to the face.
This?
Oh, it's just looking up. It looked like it had an open mouth for some reason.
The black.
Oh, there we go. That's better. Sorry. Yeah.
Just that one.
I'm very curious to put this one
cool.
together because I hear a lot of negative things on this kit. It's very back heavy and likes to fall apart into pieces as you're messing with it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it comes with the stand, or am I mistaken?
Oh, it does.
I believe it does because the backpack becomes
That's
like
what
a
it's called.
little it comes with like a mobile armor from IBO.
Oh,
so
cool.
it stands up on that runnerless stand.
Then we got another build here from Dragon Talisman. This is the crossbone
high grade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's a
cool
good
effects
kit.
parts come with this one. And then again, really nice posing. I particularly like this one. It looks like he's coming at you. It's really cool. Yeah. And I mean, these folks are taking the time to put the box behind it. I mean, good job, guys. I love it. Love this stuff. Be proud of these builds. This is a great looking kit. And then this thing, we already talked about it.
Spoiler alert!
Lang blew it prematurely. This is from Olangatang on our Discord server. This is a 3D printed Godzilla.
So stupid huge.
Mecha Godzilla.
I'm 6'3", and I'm holding it right now.
The
So
problem
big
with
it
these pictures, though, I would tell this person, Olangatang, I would say, there's no banana for scale. I don't know.
There's plenty of items right there.
But they've done a great job with nub removal, and overall build's really cool. Posing come on, pose your kid, bro. What's going on here? That's all. That's neither here nor there.
Huge. It's a lot of fun.
Now listen, this next one, I'm a little biased, okay? Because the O is my favorite mobile suit of all time, and this is done by Mike Deal. I freaking love this. The photography here. He's like peeking. He's peeking behind the trees, looking all sneaky. But he's an SD. Look at him coming out. He's like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you with my laser beams.
He's pointy as the tree.
Yeah. So this is a custom painted. This is custom
find
painted.
A tree that fits me.
These things are this particular kit's about the size of like a baseball, maybe a little bit bigger. But the amount of work that went into this here, with all the shading and the coloring, and then all the little color separate, like all this is painted.
That's
it's done really well.
Decal right there. Man.
Yeah, small decals, and then they've weathered the decals too. So like, maybe not in this picture, but there's more pictures on the Discord you can check out. But they've gone through and weathered everything. It looks really great. It's a really well done little SD.
Yeah,
that's a big old dump truck on that one. Then we got Rogue Renegade here. Did a triple stack. It's triple stack of kids coming in hot. I don't know what this is.
It's from Witch of Mercury. Is that the P Bandai one?
Ian?
I have to hit my remote here.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think it's a P Bandai Grunt.
Are you playing Fortnite, Ian? Are you?
This is the high grade desulter. This is the high grade desulter from Witch of Mercury.
Oh my gosh!
All right, full disclosure: there's a Star Wars event starting in about 10 minutes.
We got to go over now. Let's just take our sweet time now, Dan.
Stream Fortnite.
What am I doing here right now? Oh my god!
For Langshan, you got your new cartoon for Ian. Oh, that's funny.
And Ian, what is this?
That is the new option set, but it is a... Oh, good lord.
That's the Taco Bell backpack for the Gunbreaker guy. The missile pods.
High-grade Taco Bell backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, I'm not remembering. What is that, Dan?
The police
There you
Saku.
go.
Huh? Yeah, police Saku. So
He's
yeah,
gotten
they
two
built
of those, I
1,
think.
2, 3, bing, bang, boom. Very nice, very cool.
Just making us jealous.
And then there's the Shockwaves builds. Yep, we're back to those.
Fantastic
so yeah, those are the
builds
builds of the
this
week. Very cool.
I'm hoping this next week I'll have my Zogok done. That's my hope.
Yeah, that'll be really exciting. That's your color one with the minions, yeah?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, speaking of builds of the week, one of the things I want to, segue. Questions for the podcast.
You got to practice, bud.
What is your favorite dinosaur?
Spinosaurus.
Okay.
Triceratops.
My favorite dinosaur is the fish one, the big fish.
Mosasaurus, Plesiosaurus.
Mosasaurus, yeah. Especially, it kind of became my favorite after the Jurassic Park movie where it comes out of the water and eats the shark or whatever.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Jurassic Park 3 did a number for me with the Spinosaurus. It was so cool.
Yeah, so good. It was creepy in that movie.
Yeah.
Are those the new ones or the old ones?
The old Jurassic Park 3. The Spinosaurus was like the big bad dinosaur that T-Rex had to fight in the end.
Yeah.
And then they've just kind of copied that formula for every movie since. Here's the new dinosaur of the month.
I know, right? Kind of a bummer.
And now they're just
I did actually like Jurassic Park 3 though.
The new one looks like a
I thought it was pretty
Rancor.
good.
Some weird.
I haven't seen it.
It's like some weird
isn't
genetically
Scarlett-
modified one.
Isn't Scarlett Johansson in that?
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
in theaters now. I'll have to check it out.
Jurassic Johansson.
Speaking of checking things out, the segue. What was your worst experience with a kid?
I haven't really had a bad experience yet. So I guess I'm lucky. I mean, there's been frustrating parts, but there's nothing that made me go, "Why the hell did I buy this?" And I need to put it down or get rid of it. I haven't had that yet.
Yeah. Lang?
MG XES shoulders. Freaking hate those shoulders. Stupidest shoulder joint. I got words I can't do on a family podcast. They can Bandai make a 2.0 or 3.0 MG XE and fix those stupid shoulders. Hate those. And I've done it twice. I'm the idiot. Okay, that's my worst experience. Hate those.
So I'm gonna ride that wave, man. My immediate reaction to that question is the Master Grade Exia, and it's the hips. I got one of those.
Close.
But no one,
one of those.
No one complains about the ankles. Is what I always hear is the ankles are the worst.
So the ankles on mine are nice and stiff, but the hips on mine are loose as heck, dude. They just they literally hold the kit and they just dangle. They dangle on the kit. I don't know why.
Would you go
Some
back
people
and
don't have
rebuild
that
it
problem,
with
some people do.
there's like an action figure frame that you can buy for that thing? Or you just wish
I don't know.
they just do a 2.0 at this point.
Is it like a metal frame?
There's a metal frame out there. I think there's also a plastic action figure frame, but the metal's probably better.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that'd be cool. But yeah, that's my. It sits balanced on my shelf because otherwise it'll just flop over and fall.
Yeah,
which it's done several times.
If you buy an Exia, buy a stand.
Yeah. Speaking of flopping over, I don't know. What is the fight, or what is the fight in any mecha series you wish the loser actually won?
For me, it's gonna be I can't remember the pilot's name, but in Gundam Build Fighters, I really wish the Crossbone Full Cloth won that fight, but unfortunately he got put up against more important characters. But it was a really fun fight.
For me, it was in Thunderbolt between the two main characters. Forget his name, the Zaku guy and the
Daryl and Io Fleming.
Yeah. I wish Io Fleming just died. He's such a piece of crap.
Right.
One of the worst
Maybe he
characters.
gets redemption, but we will never know because they'll never continue the damn thing for television.
I feel like that got announced.
It was. They're working on it, but there's no new news, and instead we have news that Hathaway's Flash should be coming out in about a year or so.
Okay. Yeah, well, that'll be exciting.
So it's lower on their priority, which is unfortunate because it's older. It's older than Hathaway. Thunderbolt's older than Hathaway at this point for the animation.
Yeah. What about you, Ling?
I'm feeling there's so many, because 90% of the time I just watch the fights. The one that I understand why they did it, and it's better the way they did it. I wish in Code Geass it's the Lancelot versus the Satine. I think they both kind of lose pretty much, but I wish the Satine would have won. I love the Satine mech. Like that thing. It's so cool. I like that one.
Yeah. Speaking of cool, if you've read any of them, who's your favorite Transformers comic characters?
I've not.
I'm out of this one.
Yeah, I have not.
What about just Transformer for you, Dan? Just Transformer.
Yeah.
My favorite Transformer?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Probably. I mean...
Take a minute. Think about it. Ian?
It's going to be easy for me.
For me, I think my favorite take on a character in the comics, because I haven't finished IDW, so my favorite take so far would be Skybite. the shark guy.
Nice.
So he in the IDW comics, he's like a neutral citizen type character, and they went full on into in the RID show from 2001. He would say haikus. So they amplified
Nice.
that for IDW in the comics, and he's basically like a poet in a bar.
That's fantastic.
He didn't do any kind of fighting, to my knowledge, and he was just like a poet and did stand-ups in the bar. And it influenced his toy in 2014 or so. Yeah, the little missile that he would come with that shoots from the shark tail was actually shaped like a microphone if you looked at it closely.
Oh, that's really funny.
Yeah. But I mean, also Megatron's story in IDW is really good. It's honestly my favorite iteration of Megatron.
What's IDW?
The publisher.
Comic brand.
Oh, okay.
They no longer have the license for Transformers. It currently belongs to Skybound Entertainment.
Oh,
and they're doing their own comic series.
Gotcha.
For me, I've got to say, I didn't do much of the IDW stuff except for the very first ones because my favorite artist did the first few. I like it when I like reading when Ultra Magnus and Optimus Prime hate each other's guts. Like, I kind of like that. Like, it's a very like old brotherly. Are they gonna fix that kind of subplot? I'm pretty sure they did that a couple of times.
When are they gonna kiss?
Dreamwave and IDW, so I kind of like that. That's the only thing I can do for IDW. I'm trying to think. IDW wasn't a bunch. It was Dreamwave. Dreamwave was my comic of choice, and I still have those. I think that it's Jetfire and the Dreamwave comics and Bumper. We are getting a Bumper toy because he is a hero in one of them. I think that's fun and wonderfully stupid. I'm gonna pick Bumper. Go Google Bumper, kids.
Transformers Bumper.
So my favorite character is probably just gonna be Starscream because I love jets, and he's a real pain in the butt.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
always scheming, and I just love the fact that he's very much like Cobra Commander, and like he's like a wussy. You know what I mean? The thing is, like, the thing about Starscream specifically though is that he's super powerful, but he's also like again just a coward, a complete coward. Yeah, runs at the drop of a hat, and then blames it all on everybody else.
Did you ever show your kids Transformers Animated?
Which one?
Like, no, it's called Animated. Like, it's super.
It came out in 2007, 2008.
Yeah, you need to show your kids that. My kids like it because it's.
Is it?
It's
I don't know
fun.
if it's
It's
streamable anywhere.
Tubi.
Oh, okay, Tubi.
Okay.
Yep. Nice.
So Lang, what do we got coming for future events?
Speaking of watching episodes in the future, we got other stuff in the future. See, that's how you do a segue. We have end of the month. Dan, you got an announcement.
Yeah, I have been drafted officially into the Plamo Model Weekender charity stream that supports Alzheimer's. This is, I believe, the 4th year now. So this is my 2nd year participating. It's super fun. It's like 4 days of nonstop streams on Twitch of model builders building stuff and doing fun little gimmicks. My gimmick this year is going to be centered around spicy food, mostly bulldog. And I have invited a special guest. So not everyone does this, but I like to do it. My special guest is going to be Mr. Lang. And we're going to do some crazy, stupid, silly stuff it's a 2-hour segment we're going to have. So
we're going to be so butthurt the next day, quite literally.
Yes. So super excited about that. That is going to the exact date and time slot hasn't been determined yet, but so stay tuned for that. But it's very exciting to be part of this awesome event and all the good vibes that surround it. So yeah, we're looking forward to that.
Nice. As we record this, we are exactly a month away from our 30-minute missions competition. We
Mhm.
have a handful of folks that have already dropped stuff in our work in progress and completed already that are baffling. I think one person used LEDs on his. Am I right? Was there an LED on that one?
I didn't see.
Go back and look at the chest. It looked like an LED. So that's going to be fun. Remember, it's all digital submissions. 7th of July, 30-minute missions. We also are enlisted. Thanks to Ian, we are going to.
There is an LED in that. Sorry.
Yep.
Super cool.
So I want you guys to go check out and see what we're talking about in the Discord. Sidefest, July 12th in Kent, Washington.
Yeah.
We'll be up there. It is mostly Transformer stuff, but
We're bringing
we're
the
gonna,
Gunpla.
we're gonna sprinkle, as we do, some good times with Gunpla and other stuff, another mecha. Gundam 00 Trivia Night, July 14th. Dan, we got to get together and start ironing some of that because I have a good portion of the questions done. Ian,
I
get to
also
watch it.
did 50 backup questions.
Already backup questions.
Yes, in case
Wait,
we
hang
need
on.
them.
I gotta
I
ask
did
though.
finish the show.
You did.
Yes.
Wow. Okay,
And
what
I
do you
have
get? What do you give it out of 5 stars?
out of 5?
Yep.
Oh gosh. Can I do out of 10 instead?
Fine.
Okay, out of 10, I would give it a 9. It's very good.
Oh,
I really,
glad.
really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the characters were fun, and the mobile suit designs are extremely good.
is there any mobile suits that you're wanting more after watching it?
No, because I've actually built a few. So I built my
Yeah.
favorite one from that series, which was the Virtue.
Yeah.
And that is the Master Grade Virtue. Oh my gosh, one of the
Yeah.
coolest kits I've ever built. So definitely.
Have you done the? You haven't done the
recommend.
Dynamis, right?
No.
I think
Or
you
the
could
Curios.
have-
So I want to do both of those too at some point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. After that, the 9th of August in Woodburn, we are having our swap meet, MEAT. That's going to be a big, just barbecue, hangout all day long, swapping kits. It's going to be a good time.
And we're gonna have yard games. So
Yep. And then last but not least, start prepping for IPMS Jamboree Oregon. That's the 20th of September. That's what we have so far. So we're getting into it now. Busy summer. We're going to be prepping for the next few weeks, and then we're just going to be in it. So stay tuned. It's going to be we'll be showing off a lot of stuff from these things, I think, over the summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you have any questions on these, feel free to email us. West Coast Gunpla Alliance at Gmail. You can DM us on our respective socials or just hit up anybody on the mod team in the Discord. We want to have everyone there. Or if you have any thoughts for in the future of what you guys would like to see, we also have a suggestion box thread, and we discuss those quite a bit. So let us know. Yeah.
So that does it for this week. We're going to have a sponsor play us out.
This is Lang, and I'm coming out in 2028 with a new movie called Vanilla Warfare.
In Madagascar, all the vanilla has been taken away, starring Will Ferrell and, surprise, surprise, a new AI supporting actress. Will it be Lucy Ball, B. Arthur, or Joan Rivers?
Well, thanks for joining us on this beautiful, wonderful episode of the podcast.
Hey, that we're having to do rewrites on that thing because it's my movie, so stay tuned.
See you next
Bye-bye.